大谷翔平はマイケル・ジョーダンだ。
これは米スポーツ局 MLB ネットワークの番組 MLB Now でスティーブ・ウィルコス氏が話した言葉です。アメリカでは連日のように様々なメディアで
今シーズンの MVP は誰か
についての議論が繰り広げられていますが、米スポーツ局 MLB ネットワークの番組 MLB Now で
翔平大谷は怪我をしてしまいましたが、どの選手がリーグ MVP に輝くべきだと思いますか
というアンケートを実施したところ、計7170票が集まり、大谷の支持率は 75.5% で大谷の圧勝でした。2位にはレンジャーズのコーリー・シーガー内野手が 11.1% で続き、マリナーズのフリオ・ロドリゲス外野手が 9.7% という結果でしたが、番組の中で大谷の今シーズンの活躍について、ニューヨークポスト紙の野球コラムニストのジョン・ヘイマン氏、アメリカのテレビパーソナリティでシカゴ警察の元法執行官を務めていたスティーブ・ウィルコス氏、ロサンゼルス出身の元プロ野球選手ゼイビア・スクラックス氏が各々の見解を述べていましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
I wasn't sure when I started looking. I thought, hey, the volume is going to start to catch up, and these guys are going to pass Ohtani. But that's not the case, John.
Yeah, I mean, Seager's had a historically good season. 637 slugging is the highest ever for a shortstop, 6 points higher than Alex Rodriguez back when he was with the Mariners, hitting about 340. So it's a fantastic season. I think his case depends on whether you believe that the MVP needs to come from a winning team, a team in the playoff hunt, in the playoffs. And if you do believe that that's a major factor, I can see making that case for Seager. I'm pretty old school, and if I'm thinking, I'm still going with Ohtani.
You're fine with that. All right, yeah.
I'm still going with Ohtani at this point, not just because I declared him the MVP in the race over at the All-Star break. I still think that 10 WAR is unbelievable. The guy may be the greatest player ever. An amazing season. I still lean Ohtani, but I think Seager will get a couple of first-place votes.
Where are you?
It's Ohtani. I mean, here's a guy, like I said, like Michael Jordan. You know, when I go to bed at night and the Angels are, you know, West Coast team, first thing I'm doing is checking Ohtani, what he did. You know, I mean, that's, I can't remember the last player I ever did that with, you know, thinking I got to see what this guy did. I mean, just what he's doing is nobody's ever done. I mean,
Yeah, look, it's fantastic. But you know, they were in the race long enough, I guess, X, that you could say, like they felt like they were in it. They were getting into it. Of course, more teams are involved in it now.
Yeah.
So all that old school nonsense that John just brought up, I mean, old school thinking that John just brought up is kind of out. Go ahead.
And they tried to go for it, too. So you look at, I think you wrote an essay on a guy that's out for the rest of the season on a team that has no playoff aspirations. That's an MVP conversation that we're talking about. There's no other player in this game that has the type of impact that he has. And your numbers are amazing. But I also wanted to show you something, too, is I think what Ohtani did, that doubleheader July 27th against the Detroit Tigers, in which he threw a complete game, then hit 2 home runs in the second game. Look, that's the problem for me is he was hurt. He already had an oblique issue, hit a home run the very next day. What we witnessed with Ohtani this season was him putting up one of the most historic seasons in baseball while being hurt. And also, you think about the finger situations while he was throwing, and then an elbow issue that happened much after the fact. We find out much after the fact. So for me, I'm looking at an MVP historic season, and he can be better than what he did this year.
また、米スポーツ局 MLB ネットワークの番組 MLB Tonight でもMVP 候補1位に大谷を挙げて議論していましたので、こちらも日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
Number one, Cliffy.
Bam! Shohei. Right, when you think about first player with 40 plus and 10 wins and how it started, I was like, there's no way. And at some point, he'll be back in 25 pitching again. We don't know what capacity, but he still brings that dynamic. And to be able to go down there to the cage, put work in or not put work in as much as you need to, right? You didn't see him working, but what I saw in spring training when they had, you know, the WBC was him going back and forth from the bullpen to the on-deck circle. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, he loves this. He loves that challenge. Yeah. He loves to be great. He wants to, you can see he wants to win, right? And the Angels tried to help him. Unfortunately, it didn't work. But when you talk about being able to be that good, because you can say, hey, you know what? I can pitch and I can hit. Hunter Green stopped it. Right, you look at Hunter Green in Cincinnati, he's like, I can't do it. I got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
When you look at where he's at and what he's done, it's just tremendous to go out there and get and consistently get great big league hitters out and then go out there and turn around and put a 3-run home on the board in the first inning.
It's incredible.
He hasn't played since September 3rd.
Yeah.
He's still leading in home runs at 44. It's amazing.
また、米メディア USA Today は
翔平大谷の2023年シーズンがどれほど馬鹿げていたか。 MLB のスター選手は怪我にもかかわらず2度目の MVP を受賞する可能性がある
と見出しを打ち、1本の記事を掲載。大谷の今季の投打スタッツを振り返りつつ、2年ぶりのアメリカンリーグ MVP に太鼓判を押していました。今季打者として135試合に出場した大谷は打率3割4厘、44本塁打、95打点、OPS1.066 というハイアベレージを記録。さらに投手成績もまた今季の球界で最高の一人として位置づけられ、23登板で132イニングを投げ、10勝5敗、防御率 3.14、167奪三振、WHIP1.06 という数字を残した大谷は、被打率.184でリーグ首位に立つなど、マウンド上でも異彩を放ったことは間違いありません。これらを踏まえた同志は、
メジャー史上シーズン最後の10試合以上を欠場し賞を手にした選手は2人だけ
と記述。2019年には同僚マイク・トラウトが最後の19試合を欠場しながら MVP を受賞しており、さらに遡れば1976年にオリオールズのジム・パーマーが最後の11試合を欠場した後、サイ・ヤング賞を獲得しているといいます。シーズン終盤に戦列から離れた大谷ですが、果たして2年ぶりにメジャー最高の栄冠を手にすることができるのでしょうか。記事の終盤では、
大谷はシーズン最後の25試合を欠場することになった。それでも統計的に投打両面で驚異的であり、今季の MVP は彼の圧勝になりそうだ
と分析がなされていました。これからも大谷の活躍から目が離せません。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。